Yo, 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 we are live. What's up, Rap? How we feeling,
What's
man?
happening, man? We in the building tonight, man. You know what's up.
Hey, man, I know y'all like that new intro, too. Shout out to
That
my boy
intro
Rap for
fire.
doing this thing last minute, put that thing
Last minute.
together.
Had to do
Mwah.
it. Had to do it. Hey, fix
Yes,
that
sir.
background though, man. We need that background right.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you. But welcome in, guys. This is the
Yeah.
SKOL Report, and we're actually switching things up. Me and Rap, we're going to do this thing on the regular every Saturday
Facts.
evening. We're going to get y'all ready for the kickoff the following day. We're going to have fun with it, man. So pour up your drinks, roll up your smoke, do whatever you need to do to get your head right. And we're going to talk Vikings football, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, because
Facts.
we're looking beautiful right now. But we got a big game coming up, man. And I'm going to get to my sponsors shortly, but
Yeah.
I'm excited, dog. It's Monday night. I'm ready to go. How you
Let's
feeling about Monday
go.
night?
Man, I'm ready, man. Listen, as everybody probably know, man, I've been working this week, man, touching bases with all the Eagles fans and content creators. And hey, look. Man, them boy thinking they gonna win, but hopefully I don't gotta eat my words. I've been talking mad shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been on
Yeah,
their
as
ass,
you
but
should. As you should. Every Vikings fan should feel good about this team after what we saw in week one. Now, granted,
yeah,
it's just week one. You don't want to put too much weight into that. But at
right.
the same time, man, it's hard not to get excited with opening up a season like we did against a team like the Green Bay Packers. Regardless of what you feel about them, that's a talented team, and it's Aaron Rodgers behind center. So you got to feel good about that victory. But before
Yeah.
we get into things, guys, make sure you slap that share button, man. Push our
Slap it.
content for us. We greatly appreciate your guys' support. Everybody that taps in, comments, interacts with us. All we ask of you is hit that comment and hit that share button. We want to get some more Vikings fans in here and interact with y'all. But obviously, I got to give a shout out to our sponsors. And first and foremost, man, these dudes treat me like family, like royalty every time I come out to Minnesota. And that's Renali's Pizza and Pasta, located at 1560 Wood Lane Drive in Woodbury, Minnesota. If you're in the Minneapolis area, take a short little drive, 15-minute drive over to Woodbury and get yourself some fire. I'm telling you, some fire Italian food, whether it's pizza, whether it's pasta. They got wings. They got this cheese garlic bread that's just out of this world. Go in there, mention the purple code or TPC, and they're going to hook you up. They're going to give you a discount on us. So go in there, mention the purple code, mention TPC, and then we'll take care of you like family. And also, I got to give a shout out to our guys, Nautica Bowls in the Minneapolis area. Feel like eating a little bit healthy. You don't want all that grease. Go ahead and stop at Nautica Bowls. Get you in a Kai Bowl. Get your health right. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on my health kick. How about you get your health right? Stop by Nautica Bowls. Mention the purple code, and they will also take care of you on us. So appreciate your guys' support to both of our sponsors out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's get down to business, Rap.
Let's get
Monday
it.
Night Football, my guy, in Philadelphia. We know we got a little extra grudge with Philly, man. It goes back to
Mhm.
2007. Shit, even goes back to before 2017. We've always kind of had a little mini rivalry. It just
Right.
intensified after that 2017 NFC Championship. But we're not going to talk about that game. We're not going to talk about that. We got a Monday Night Football game coming up, week 2. And I don't remember a week 2 matchup being this important, dog. I don't know, man. On the road, prime time. We're feeling good about this team. What's the first thing
Mhm.
you look at in this game that whether you feel good about it, whether you feel bad about it, what's the first thing your attention goes to?
The attention for me goes to Jalen Hurts, man. I think we got to stop him from converting third downs with his legs, like the long
Mhm.
third downs, 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, because he can get out the pocket and convert those and keep the drive alive. I think we need
Yep.
to capitalize on our opportunities to sack him in the backfield. And I think we will, you know what I'm saying? Like them boys be forgetting we got Danielle Hunter, man, Zadarius Smith. Because
You got the quarterback.
yeah, Aiden Hutchinson, he broke through that line with ease on last Sunday against the Eagles. I mean, he was getting back there. He just was missing the sack. You know what I'm saying? Um, the Neil Hunter, them that ain't happening, man. They gonna So
Not
that's
within
my
there.
main thing, just stopping him from converting those. I think if we can make him throw the ball, then we in good shape.
Yeah, the first thing that stands out to me, and I like diving into different position groups and seeing the matchups against our opponents. And I'm going to start off by what's worrying me the most. Now, obviously, we can touch on how great Justin Jefferson is. We can touch on how bad the Philadelphia run defense was last week against the Detroit Lions. I'm worried about their defensive line against our offensive line. Now, granted, our offensive line had a pretty good game last week against the Packers, against a pretty good front. But I just think this is just a different level of defensive line that we're going up against in Philly. They got that big hog of a rookie in Jordan Davis that's just swallowing up runners.
Yeah.
Well, didn't necessarily do that against Detroit, but when he's in the game, that man stops the run. So I think that's the key matchup in this game. If we're just looking at position
Yeah.
groups, you got to win in the trenches, man. Or you at least got to be decent in the trenches. You got to give Kirk enough time. And we know if you give Kirk enough time and we're able to run the ball a little bit, it spells trouble for the opponent. So that worries me, man. That defensive line against our offensive line, this is a big test. This is where we're really going to fill out and find out if this offensive line is legitimate. And I'm hoping we are, man. But this is a big test. This is going to show us what we're all about right here.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. I'm hoping they keep Jordan Davis, on the bench like they did in week 1. I think he only got
Keep
like
that man on the
22.
bench. Keep that
Yeah,
man on the bench.
keep him on the bench, man. Good job, Eagles, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I think he only got like 22 snaps last
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, because I
Yeah,
can
about
see him
22.
dominating Garrett Bradbury, bro. Like, honestly, like I can see that happening. And I don't want to see it happen. So hopefully they stick to that. I think our offensive line's up for the challenge. I think they know there's a challenge ahead of them. So the trenches is gonna get ugly on Monday. And hopefully, we win that battle, man. It's a chance we can win that battle, though. I mean, look how the Lions ran the ball. I mean, they were punishing them on the ground. So
Yeah, the Lions.
the Lions.
The
So I don't see why
Lions.
we can't, bro.
We're talking about the Detroit Lions. They were getting after DeAndre
Getting
Swift
after
was
them.
getting after it on the ground. So now you
After them.
put Dalvin Cook out there. Now, granted,
Yeah.
this is one thing I will give Detroit. Detroit probably has a better offensive line than us. I will
Right.
give them that. So they do have
Mhm.
that advantage over us going against Philadelphia Eagles, and that may have made a big difference in that game. But at the same time, man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. And this kind of goes back to last year, and it's a prime example. Confidence is a major key in this game, bro. If you don't
Yeah.
got confidence going into the game, you're not going to play to your best ability. This team is just oozing of confidence, oozing of motivation, and I love it. We're having fun out there. You can tell guys are getting after it. Smooth. Everybody's running smooth out there. So I think the confidence going into this game is going to make a difference. Now, going to what something Coach O'Connell said, which kind of stood out to me, is that how is this team going to respond to having success? We just came off a big win against the Green Bay Packers, a big
Yep.
divisional win. We're 1-0. Now we're going on the road on prime time. Yes, we know all the little hoorah about Kirk Cousins in prime time and yada, yada, yada. But this is new Kirk, man. It's a new confidence.
That's
It's
a
a
fact.
new coaching staff. And I think as a Vikings fan, I'm not the only one that sees it in Kirk, man. I definitely see a difference in Kirk's confidence and his comfortability. And I've
Mhm.
always been a real big advocate of that. If Kirk is confident and comfortable, we're going to get a good Kirk.
Yeah.
And Kirk against the Philadelphia Eagles has the best passer rating in NFL history against the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's by a wide margin, too close.
Yeah.
The next closest man is Peyton Manning. I think his passer rating was like 109 or 110. Kirk's up there 112, 113 passer rating. And he's actually got a
Yeah,
really good record against Philadelphia.
and he's 6-3 too against the Eagles, man, in his
Yep.
career. 6-3. So, hey, look, don't sleep on the boy, man. He be beating the Eagles. There's always that one team that a quarterback just is good at playing, regardless of what their personnel
Mm-hmm.
is. And the Eagles just happen to be one of those teams that Kurt always balls against. So, I'm not worried. We got everything on our side. So
No,
all they got
I
is
see you're not worried.
2017.
I see you're not worried. You've been picking fights with Philly fans all week.
All week, bro. I'm not playing no games with them. None.
Talking
I'm here
about
to
confidence.
do the dirty work, man.
Hey, man, yeah, do the dirty work, do the groundwork, do what you got to do. Let them know, man, because we're in this thing. We're in this
Yeah,
thing.
we
We're
in this
coming to
thing,
Philly.
man. We in this thing, man. They be playing with us too much, man. Too many years they've been playing with the purple, man. Listen, that ends today. You know what I'm saying? That ends
Monday
today.
night and today. It ends.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's a
talking
fact.
about, man.
That's a
So
fact.
you guys drop your comments down. Let me know what you guys are looking for, what matchups you guys are keying on, whether it be position group, whether it be a certain position in general or player. Drop that in the comments, y'all. We want to hear what you got to say. But let's move on to another topic, man. And I want to talk a little bit about special teams. I think special teams is going to be a big deal in this game. And
Mhm.
not only the success of Greg Joseph, whether we heard it in training camp, whether we saw it in week 1, 56-yard field goal right through the middle, boom, banged it. But we got a little bit extra going into this game. This isn't just any normal, regular special teams, motive. We got a revenge game for Jalen Reagor, and he made it clear. Now, he didn't go out of his way to say, I want to get revenge against the Eagles. He was asked the question if he had any revenge on his mind against Philadelphia Eagles. And if you look back at the history that Jalen Reagor had with Eagles fans, it's not very pretty. He was going back and forth with them on Twitter and all social media. It seemed like since the day he was drafted, or ever since Justin Jefferson was showing out and Jalen Reagor was struggling. But he's got revenge on his mind in this game. And I liked what I saw from Jalen Reagor in that first game, though it wasn't much, but he did have that little splash of a 7-yard return against the Packers. He had a dude in his face. He just mushed him off of him, got another
Get up off me.
7 yards. You love to see that attitude.
That's a fact.
That's one thing I'm looking at in this game. Are we going to give Jalen Reagor an opportunity to show? You think we're going to give him an opportunity to show out?
Man, I do. I think Kevin O'Connell is the type of coach where, he got a little evil side to him, man. And I think he sat down with Jalen Reagor this week and said, look here, we about to give you the opportunities. Now, whether you capitalize off them or not, that's on you, Jalen. But look, Kevin O'Connell definitely got something drawn up for you, boy. I'm telling you, he's going to give you the opportunity to, make you feel good, build your confidence, because it's all about that. So we'll see him actually on the offense this week. I can guarantee you that Monday night we'll see him out there lined up as a wide receiver for some plays, and Kurt will look his way. And I'm excited, man. I see a TD happening, man, from Jalen Reagor. I'm calling it. Book it.
So you're not saying a special teams touchdown or special teams different. You're saying he's going to make a difference on the offensive
receiving
side
touchdown. Receiving touchdown.
Okay,
that's
a fact. That's a bold take, because we didn't see Reagor on the field at all in week 1 on the offensive side of the ball. Not to my knowledge. I didn't see him on the field. So it was primarily punt return. So if we see Reagor out there on offense and getting some snaps, I think you're right, man. I think O'Connell is going to have something drawn up for him to where he has an opportunity to get a little bit of revenge on the Philadelphia Eagles. Yo, and that would be something, wouldn't it?
Something. That'll be something, man. Listen. Yeah, I mean, it'll make Eagles fans, man. It'll just make them so happy, man, to see Jalen Reagor score a touchdown. Wouldn't it? It would just make them so happy. They would be so proud. They would be so proud, man.
Just stick it to him. That's all. Just stick it to him a little bit, man. There's nothing like sticking it to Packers fans, Saints fans.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, SK, man. I was on live, so I just did a show with Jade, right? And she got a good point, bro. Like, the Eagles, we shouldn't like them at all. Them boys, every time you try to argue with them, they bring up 2017 for one. And then to think about it, man, they won a Super Bowl in our house. You feel me? Like, what about that, man? Total disrespect. You feel me? Like, I don't like the Eagles no more.
No,
they're one of my least favorite teams now.
No, for real. And I gotta hear it. 2 of my best friends are Eagles fans, so I've been hearing it for the past couple of years. But since then, we haven't lost to the Eagles. We've been taking care of business against the Eagles. So hopefully We can do that again this Monday on Monday night in front of national television. But we got a comment from our guy SKOL Purple Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, my guy.
Shout out my boy Carson, man.
Our run defense has a lot to prove, and I'm worried about it. I'm worried that their offensive line will be better than our defensive line, and worried as always about Cox and Davis going against Bradbury and Ingram. I'm right there with you, man. That's my main concern. If we could somewhat take care of that and just hold up just a little bit against those Hogs, I think we have a great chance to win. I think we're going to hit those edges with Dalvin Cook. I think we're going to run the ball a little bit more, especially when you're on the road. You want to be able to eat that clock. You want to be able to quiet that crowd. Imagine we come out first drive of the game. We take an 8-minute drive, take our time down the field, and put up a tug at the end of that drive. That's going to shut that crowd up real quick, and that's going to make a huge difference in that game. So you agree with your guy right here? Is that a main worry?
Yeah, like that is a big worry. You know what I'm saying? That's a big worry. That ain't my main worry, but that's a big worry. Because I mean our O-line is still in the works. We still trying to fix some kinks, and I mean specifically Gary Bradbury for the most part. But you know, I think
he didn't have a bad game against the Packers.
He didn't have a bad game. No, he didn't have a bad game. He let one get through unblocked. You know, he let Kenny Clark get through one time unblocked, or he just whiffed the block. But other than that, he played decent, you know, and I just think Jordan Davis is so big. Dog, that's a big dude, bro. Like that dude is huge, bro. Like for real. And I think just that alone is gonna set Garrett Bradbury's confidence down to the flow. Like just looking at him, like, bro, that's who I got to block tonight. Like, I mean, that alone, he already gonna lose the battle. But we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully he go in there with some confidence. I'm pulling for him. SKOL Purple Podcast talking about our cornerbacks. Like, I'm not worried about our cornerbacks as much, though. I ain't gonna lie.
So you said the offensive line against their defensive line isn't your main concern. What is your main concern?
No. My main concern is Jalen Hurts, bro, stopping him from scrambling. I'm telling you, keeping drives alive. Like that's my main concern. Yeah. Like if we can make Jalen Hurts throw the ball, like we gonna win that game. Like it's easy. It's gonna be easy. You know, as long as he's not sitting there keeping drives alive. Yeah, like he will gift us with some turnovers. Trust me, whether it's a fumble or whether it's an interception, he will give us the ball.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there, and just like your dude Dave said, man. If anybody tapped in and saw the video he posted earlier, he was doing a podcast. I'm not sure with what Eagles podcaster, but he asked him, you know, what's your thing with Jalen? What makes you think he's not, you know, that guy? And Dave said he's a one read quarterback. After his first read, he's gonna take off or he's gonna toss the ball up for the defending team. And he said, well, what makes you think that? I watched the game. I seen it.
We see it. Like, yeah, exactly. And he is, man. He still kind of has that college play style, you know.
And going back to that defense, man, the last two games that they played in, they gave up 35 to the Philadelphia Eagles. And I believe it was 38 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the playoffs last year, if I'm not mistaken. So let's not get too caught up in who they got on defense, but how they play defense as a whole. Because the last two games that we've seen them in, it hasn't been pretty for this Philadelphia Eagles defense. Now, granted, they were on the road for both of those games. That could have made a difference. But the Eagles are the worst tackling team in week one of the NFL. The worst. 32nd out of 32nd. They are the worst tackling team in the NFL right now. So I think we take advantage of that, man. I think we get a big dose of Dalvin Cook, and we're gonna get a big dose of Alexander Mattison too. And I gotta say something, man, because a lot of people 2 weeks ago were on this bandwagon of we don't need Alexander Mattison. We got Ty Chandler, we got Kane, we got this.
I was there.
Y'all didn't realize how important Alexander Mattison is to this offense, and it showed in that week one matchup. We're not just going to run Dalvin Cook 25 times, 30 times a game. We're not going to do that. We're going to pace himself throughout the season, and we're going to get Dalvin Cook ready for the playoffs. So when it's go time in playoffs, that's when you're going to get a heavy dose of Dalvin. So we heard all this trade. Let Alexander go. Let's get something for him now. He means a lot more to this offense than what you think, and it showed in that week 1. He spells Dalvin extremely good. So that being said, I think we're gonna have a big running game in this game against the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night. I think this is kind of I'm not going to say coming out because we already know what Dalvin can do, but I think this is the game that Dalvin comes out and does his thing. He's going to show out on prime time, and it seems like he always does. If we look back on the Sunday night football games, the Monday night football games that he's performed in, he usually shows out. He makes a big difference in the game. So I think this is going to be more of a run-centric offense in this game, control the clock, because that's exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles want to do. They want to run the ball down your throat. They want to control that clock, and they want to put points up on the board. So I think we give them a taste of their own medicine. And as long as we're able to slow down their run offense, I think the chances of us winning this game, they go up drastically. I feel like we have the better team. I feel like we have the better roster. We have the better quarterback. We have the better running back. We have the better receivers. The only thing I feel like they have over us is maybe the cornerback position and
their offensive line. Their offensive line. Yeah, their offensive line is good.
So that's what it comes down to, though. And that's what the Philadelphia Eagles have always kind of prided themselves in. And I got to tip my cap to them. They always made sure they were built right in the trenches. And that's what's made them somewhat of a successful team these past few years, winning the Super Bowl and then going to the playoffs a few years after that. It starts in the trenches. So that's what this game is. It starts in the trenches, man. If we can't get it done in the trenches, we're not going to win this game. If we're able to hold up, run the ball, control that clock, and put up points, I'm confident we win this game.
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident as well, man. We definitely winning this game. I'm telling you, it's like that. We winning. We winning.
If anybody's confident, you're the confident one.
I'm confident as hell. I'm always be too. I'm always be. You know what I'm saying? Now there is gonna be some games where I'm gonna know. Obviously we don't match up well, but I mean, realistically, it's week 2. I think we match up well with the Eagles and showing what we did to Green Bay. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Green Bay lot." Don't forget last year with Green Bay lot. Listen. We ain't talking about last year. It's a new year, man. Listen, we ready. You feel me? Like, we ready now, man. I think our team is ready now. Everything is working how it's supposed to. They look comfortable running the offense. The defense looks good. They look comfortable. We look like we ready to take it far. You know what I mean? We just do off of 1 week. Yeah, we do. And I think it's going to carry right over to week 2. And we'll see.
Yeah, well, like I said,
SKOL Purple podcast talking about I got Philly. Sorry, Rap. I know, bro. You had Green Bay as well. You had Green Bay as well.
Yeah,
so
keep picking the other team. Keep picking the other team.
I'm not surprised.
It might be a little thing. Keep picking the other team. That's
just fine. Like I had to tell Mike. I had to tell Mike the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like every game you got us losing. Like, come on, bro. Like, seriously, you got us losing every game? Like, come on, bro.
Well, I think this is the thing, and I kind of see where they're coming from. This is them kind of governing their emotions. Yeah. This is them seeing what they saw, and they know the type of team we got.
Yeah.
I know SKOL Purple podcast, you know the type of team we got.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't want to get too ahead of yourself, get too excited, and get your feelings hurt again. Because we, as Vikings fans, we've all been there. And that's one of the worst feelings in the world. You got all the momentum in the world. You think you're going to go to the Super Bowl. You have a Super Bowl contending team, and it's just ripped out from under you. So I get the governing of your feelings, but at the same time, you got to go into this game confident, man. The way we put it on the Packers, and granted, there was some missed opportunities for the Packers to get in that game. There definitely was. But at the same time, man, you got to be confident. You got to be confident in this team.
Got to. Shout out East Coast, man. Shout out my boy Dante, man. He calling it how it is, man. Philly getting smashed. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out my boy, man. Coast, and he in the Philly area. He's surrounded by Philly fans. A lot of his people is Philly fan. He know what's up, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, East Coast Gridiron. You're around people that eat shit for a living. So let me see. Travis Renville says, my humble opinion, I liked how the Vikings had Tristan Jackson, a receiver running RPO on scout team this week. Tristan, that's my guy. I've been
Let's
telling
go.
y'all, this ain't an ISM fan page over here. I've been telling y'all what ISM was, and I told y'all Tristan was that guy, and that's why he's on this team, whether it be practice squad, whether it be a 53-man roster. This man is making a difference in the practice,
Right.
or in the practices, or whether he gets a chance on this 53-man roster. Tristan's gonna take advantage of it. That's my guy, Tristan Jackson, running scout team quarterback. Jalen Hurts for the Vikings. That's what I like to see. Tristan Jackson, from Travis Renville, my humble opinion, I like said Tristan Jackson running RPO on the scout team this week. Now, is that something that Zimmer would do? I don't think Zimmer even
hell no. Like, that's the thing too. Like, if we still had Zimmer as our coach, I probably would have us losing this game, and I would be keeping my mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? I would be keeping my mouth shut. But I'm telling you what, man, Kevin O'Connell, man, this dude is a player, man. This man is a player. You hear me? Like, he bout that. He's a good coach, bro. Off of one game, I'm calling it. He's just a player's coach. He's a player's coach, bro. He really is. You can see it. You can see the vibes. You know, just watch his interviews. I mean, it shows, bro. It's not a secret. Yeah, I think the vibes he gives us is who he really is. He's not putting on a facade. Like, that's who he is, and it's gonna carry on throughout the season, man. Trust me, he's very transparent. I'm digging it, bro. I think we found our guy. We got our guy. He's gonna lead us to the promise, man. We will, man. I'm going off the this ain't the drink talking, bro. This ain't the drink talking, bro. Kevin O'Connell will carry us to the promised land. Mark my words. All right. Mark my words. And I'm not saying this year. I'm not saying this year. Yeah, I'm saying within 3 years. So 3 years. We got 3 chances. We're going to the Super Bowl. 3 chances, bro. Book it.
That's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. As much as we feel like a Super Bowl is so far out of our grasp, it's really not, you guys.
It's not.
The NFL is a whole lot different than the NBA. NBA usually see the same old teams going to the finals. It's just a repetitive beating the dead horse. Like, damn, we got to see these dudes again. Look, Tom Brady and the Patriots aren't around no more. Tom Brady is looking like a whole corpse right now in his press conferences. The Rams are looking real suspect in this NFC when they were supposed to.
That's what I'm saying.
Number one,
like NFC. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what team in the NFC do y'all feel is so much better than us? Obviously, some of our fans believe the Eagles are just that much better than us, and I'm like, I don't see it.
We're about to find out this Monday. This is a big test, for not only us, but for also the Philadelphia Eagles, because I've seen Eagles fans on social media kind of surprisingly play the humble route to where,
they worried.
35 points to the Lions. We just saw y'all whoop up on the Green Bay Packers.
They worried.
They're not confident. They're not confident, guys. So, look, this is a huge game. This could be the 2 teams that end up playing each other in the NFC Championship again. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. But I do think, regardless of what happens in this game, we are going to see this team again in the playoffs. Whether that be NFC Championship, whether it be divisional round, whether that be wild card round, we're going to see this team again. We are, because I think we're both playoff caliber teams, and I think we're both in the mix to come out of the NFC this year and make it to the Super Bowl. So it's a huge game, man. And here's a little tidbit for y'all. I don't know if you guys know this. The Philadelphia Eagles have not won a Week 2 game since 2016.
Let's go.
It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years since the Philadelphia Eagles have won a Week 2 game.
I mean, look, just do this. You coming up with all these good tips, SK. Like, you giving us all this good history, right? Kirk Cousins is 6-3 versus the Eagles all time. He's 2-0 in his last 2 games against the Eagles. He's 2-0 in his last primetime games on Monday night and Sunday night. I mean, bro, come on. All the numbers are making sense. Do the math. Do the math. You know?
I'm telling y'all.
Do the math, man. It's simple.
So I'll ask you this. I'll ask you this right now. We come out on top Monday night. Kirk had a good game against the Green Bay Packers. It wasn't great. It was a really good game from Kirk. If Kirk
it was clean. It was a clean game.
It was a clean game. Did everything we asked of him, leader on and off the field, doing his thing. It was JJ's game. in week 1. It was all
Yeah.
about JJ.
Yeah.
He deserved all the credit in the world. If Kirk goes out here and we win this game and he puts up pretty much the same type of game he had against the Green Bay Packers, are we putting to rest that narrative that Kirk can't get it done on primetime? Can we put it to rest?
Yeah, it's gonna definitely slowly but surely start getting buried. Yeah, it will. You know, this is the thing, right? And I'm not the only one who feels like Kurt isn't going to be is going to be in the MVP conversation, right? That's first of all. Like you see these big medias that are talking about it. It's not a coincidence, right? And then I'm also not the only one who believes that the Vikings are about to make some noise this season, bro. Like you can watch all the big name and they hate us. They hate to say that we're going to be a good football team. You know what I mean? But look, they know they can't deny it, bro, especially after week 1. They seen it. Like if you watch the game of football and you understand, you can see how we were motioning and how smooth our offense was running, bro. I'm telling you, man, like it's clean to see, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just on cloud 9, bro, but I'm seeing the purple from a different lens right now, and I've been a fan since 1999. You feel me? And I'm just telling you, and I'm sipping the Kool-Aid, but it's okay because I know that this team's gonna make me look good.
You ain't sipping the Kool-Aid. You're chugging the Kool-Aid right now.
I'm chugging the Kool-Aid. I'm chugging it, bro. I'm chugging it. You know, and guess what? I'm gonna sit on this ledge by myself for right now. But when week 7, 8 roll around, trust me, everybody will be joining my party. You know, they'll be like, oh, Rat was saying this shit since week 1. Hey, it's okay, bro. I will chill solo for a minute. But my guys will join me, man. Purple Gang gonna join me sooner than later. Watch.
Yeah, so SKOL Purple Podcast again. He's giving us a little tidbit back. He said we haven't been 2-0 since 2016. So something's got to give in this game. Either we're going 2-0 since the first time since 2016. Or the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win their first week 2 game since 2016. So something's going to give. Or what if it ends in a tie? Who knows? But I'm with you there. If Kirk Cousins has a game he has against the Green Bay Packers, or like he had against the Green Bay Packers, against the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night, against a better defense. I think the Philadelphia Eagles defense is better than the Green Bay Packers defense, especially the corners. Darius Slay, and then you got Bradbury on the other side. That's a difficult matchup, regardless of how great Justin Jefferson is. Darius Slay is a very, very, very good corner. Bradbury is a very, very, very good corner. So, and then they also got Chauncey Gardner, whatever the hell, the dude that was crying after we beat the Saints.
Yeah, but I look at it like this, SK. Like Jair Alexander's a very good corner. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's better than Slay, and he's definitely better than Gardner Johnson. And I mean, and Bradbury, He's better than all 3 of them. And look what happened. I mean, this guy was on skates. You feel me? Like JJ is unguardable, man. I'm trying to spread this message. Like he is unguardable, man. Like for real, he's like Randy Moss.
That's
like
what
Randy Moss. It's a fact.
Hey, and I'm hot too, because every time I come out to Minnesota, I make it a point to say, look, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna grab myself a jersey. And I'm picky with the jersey I grab. If I grab a jersey, you can't be in your rookie contract. You gotta sign a multi-year deal, and you gotta be on this team for the long run before I spend $150, $200 on your jersey. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, innit?
But after the game that JJ gave me last Sunday, I said, you know what?
Fuck you had to grab one.
I have to go get a JJ jersey.
Got you.
Everywhere. I went everywhere.
I got one.
Shit is sold out.
I got one early. I got one before the season started. I'm Gucci.
It's sold out, man. I couldn't find it. So I got to find a way to grab it online. I've even looked online. They don't have my size. All they have is 2X and 3X. So I'm over here struggling, man. I need to have my JJ.
Hey, and hold up, SK, before you keep going. Hey, look, SKOL Mafia is saying that SKOL Purple Podcast is a deadbeat downer, and that's my boy Carson, right? Listen, Carson, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Me and you, they added you to the show that we supposed to be doing. I think it's tomorrow, where it's me and you going against 2 Eagles fans. Listen, do not bring that energy with me, bro. Like I'm telling you right now, you will get sat on the bench. If you gonna join if you gonna join RAP going against 2 Eagles fans, you better come ready to pop your shit, Carson. Do not come with that soft ass shit. Oh, we're gonna get our hearts ripped out. We not trying to hear it. Don't do it.
Just mute his mic. Just mute his mic.
Yeah, we gonna mute you, bro. You're getting muted. You're getting muted. Facts.
Like around the horn, we're hitting that mute button. You can't.
Hey, look, I still love you, bro. I still love you, bro. I'ma rock with you, but don't come with that shit tomorrow.
But yeah, that matchup, our receivers against their corners, that's gonna be a sight to see. I think it's gonna be a back and forth matchup, and I think we see a little bit more Thielen in this game than we did in week 1. Thielen had 3 catches for I think 36 yards, something like that. No real significant catches, not the ones that we're used to seeing Adam Thielen make. It was a lot of, cross routes. There was one about 10, 15 yards downfield, and that was pretty much it. So I think that the Eagles are going to be so keyed on stopping Justin Jefferson or slowing Justin Jefferson down. It's going to open things up, not only for Adam Thielen, but I think we get KJ Osborne a little more involved. So what I like about that first game is that we jumped out to that 20-0 lead to where we didn't have to necessarily open up our entire playbook. We didn't have to show everything yet.
Exactly.
So we're going into this week 2 matchup to where you still have a full playbook of stuff that you haven't even showed yet. I mean, what was KJ's stats in that game?
I think KJ might have had a catch or 2. Yeah, I think he might have had a catch or 2.
One catch, if I'm not mistaken. I might have missed the other one, but KJ wasn't really a factor in that week 1 matchup. So, and that's not a shot at him. That was just JJ was always open. So why not? Let's get it to JJ. So I think there's going to be plenty more opportunities in this game against Philly for Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne to show out. And
like you remember that game? You remember that game last year against the Arizona Cardinals where KJ Osborne, they like bombed it down the field? Was that? I think that was last year. And it was the first touchdown of the game, bombed it down the field. Oh man, I don't know why, bro. I'm just feeling something right now, man. I don't know why I feel like shit like that is gonna happen again on Monday night, man. You know what? Fuck it. Book it, man. It's gonna happen, man.
KJ or Rager though?
I'm gonna say KJ, man. As much as I want to see Rager, I ain't gonna lie.
Like I said
earlier, I think Rager is gonna get some opportunities. Now, whether he capitalizes on them or not, that's on him. You know what I mean? I think he has the potential to do so, but I don't know. I'm not gonna bank on him. But KJ though, KJ ready. KJ just need that ball thrown, man. And Kirk trusts him. He trusts him enough. He will throw that ball downfield if he open. I just think, man, we gonna exploit these boys, man. Listen, we got some wide receivers that have more confidence than any other wide receiving core in the league, man. You just watch them. These guys ain't scared of nobody, bro. Slay don't matter to them. You think they sitting back thinking like, damn, we about to play against Slay and Gardner Johnson and Bradbury? No, them boys sitting back like, man, we about to work them boys on Monday, man. Watch.
Yeah, let's get it.
It's gonna happen. Let's get it. Let's get it.
AJ said it earlier this week. He said, Monday Night Football, these are the games I live for. This is when I come out and shine. If you're going to be a superstar in this league, which I think Justin Jefferson is, and I don't think anybody can really argue that right now, you go out and prove it on Monday night. Regardless of whether they double team you, they bracket you, whatever they do, you make a difference in that game. And I think regardless, Justin Jefferson, he makes a difference in this game, whether it's the defense keying on him so much that it opens it up for the rest of this offense, or whether just they can't guard JJ. So look, KOC, that man is drawing up this offensive scheme for Justin Jefferson like no other.
Exactly.
I can't remember the last time I've seen an offense for this Vikings team to where we're so dedicated to getting a receiver the ball. Like
rightfully so, though.
Rightfully
this is what should have been happening. This should have been happening. You know what I mean? Yes. So that just gives me even more that just makes me know how smart KOC is, because he understands it from week 1. From week 1, he understands it. Like, listen, I got JJ on my team. Why am I gonna run the offense through any other thing? Like, I have the best wide receiver in the NFL. What sense does it make to do anything else? And we seen it week 1, bro. $184, 2 tutties. Like, get the man the ball. Get him the ball. You want to win? Get JJ the ball.
Well, that's the thing too, is even if things aren't necessarily working out the way we want to with getting JJ open and getting him the ball, we have so many other weapons we can exploit that Eagles defense with. We got Adam Thielen. Now, granted, he's a little bit older. We know he's getting up there in age. He's not the fastest guy, but route running is still ridiculous. You got KJ, who brings that young attitude to the slot. And then you got Dalvin Cook. People are forgetting about Dalvin Cook. He had a great game against the Green Bay Packers, and it was just overshadowed by a more great performance by Justin Jefferson. So we got weapons to rely on when things aren't working with JJ. Kevin O'Connell has the offensive mind to say, you know what? Let's get Dalvin
Pound the
involved.
rock. Pound the rock, you know?
Or not even necessarily pound the rock. Let's get Dalvin involved in the pass game.
Yeah, we get him involved in the pass game, man. I think KOC, man, and Wes Phillips are just like offensive. Man, they're offensive geniuses, bro. They are like working together. Like them boys know what they doing, man. It's a fact. They're coming from a Super Bowl winning team. You know what I'm saying? Like that in itself. Like they understand the game. Like that's all you got to do. Once you get 2 guys or 3 guys or whatever, however you build your staff, once you get a certain amount of guys that understand the game of football, it's over with. You have the personnel, you will make it far in this league, bro. And we have that. So that's why, I mean, the ones that don't believe in the Vikings, you're going to be shocked on how far we go because you're going to realize like we have people that understand now. We don't have no more Zimmer that's stuck in 1995 and think the game is the same. We have guys that understand like, no, the game's different now. And we know it like the back of our hand and it's going to show. And it showed week 1, bro. It showed we won so easy, man. That game was
shout out Michael Irvin, man. Shout out Michael Irvin. This man, this man is riding for Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
A lot of people are. Colin Cowherd, like he just did another video after week 1, like saying, I told you the Vikings are winning the North, bro. That's a fact. We got Kyle Brandt, the Vikings are winning the North. Michael Irvin, the Vikings are winning. Bro, these are people that understand, like, all right, they got their guy. You know what I'm saying? It's time now. It's time for the purple, bro. It's all time now. I'm telling you, it is.
I've always been a fan of Colin Cowherd. I like his work. I really do. And he's never, ever supported the Vikings. I even remember a few years back to where he used to take call-in. So he used to have fans and his listeners call into the show. And a Vikings fan called in. I think this was the year we lost to Seattle in the playoffs when we missed the kick. And I remember the Vikings fan going on there, we're going to win it all. I have a feeling Teddy's going to hit his grind. And Cowherd's response was, no, you're not. You're a Vikings fan. You're the Vikings. Of course, the Vikings. You're the Vikings. And look, to be fair, I mean, he wasn't necessarily wrong. I mean, we're kind of known for not getting the job done, but it goes back to a different vibe. And what this team and kind of what the national media support reminds me of is Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams from last year.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Matthew Stafford was kind of stuck in this rut of being the Detroit Lions quarterback, not having the proper leadership, not being in the right franchise. Always had the talent, but just wasn't given his proper due. Because, look, I know a lot of people get on Matthew Stafford and say, oh, Stafford sucks, Stafford's this, Stafford's that. I do think Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. But Stafford's still a hell of a quarterback. And it just wasn't being shown in Detroit. As soon as he went to LA and had Sean McVay scheming his offense and had the weapons with Cooper Kupp, had the weapons with OBJ for the majority of the season, and had a decent run game and a decent offensive line, you saw what Matthew Stafford could do and how far he could take you. And now, granted, he got a bunch of breaks in those playoffs. He had some dropped interceptions and a whole lot of things happened for them to get to the Super Bowl. But you can look back at any Super Bowl run from any team. There's always some luck involved. There's always breaks that you got to catch throughout the playoffs. There's always something that gets you over the hump outside of just the talent on your team and the way you go out there and perform. So the buildup of this team and the support that Kirk Cousins is finally getting from the national media reminds me of Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams from last year. And we saw what happened with Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams from last year. They won the damn Super Bowl. So it's very similar hype as in the Los Angeles Rams of 2021 and the Minnesota Vikings in 2022.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, dog. Like, listen, I'm on it, man. Just join me, man. Trust me. The team will not let you down, man. Listen, they won the Super Bowl. They did all that with Matt Stafford because they had a coach, they had an offensive coordinator, they had a defensive coordinator that understands the game. Mike Zimmer just, I mean, I don't know, maybe he was just worried about that young chick, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that young girl had him whipped, bro. He didn't even care about football no more. He been ready to get home and just, you know.
Hey, as a 70-year-old man, can you necessarily blame him?
Can't blame him. Can't blame him. You know what I mean? He was doing what was right. It's okay. Yeah, you know, he was doing what was right.
It's all gravy, man. It's all, look, we're good now. It worked out for us.
It worked out. It worked out in the best, man. I can't wait till Monday, man. It's a big game. I think every game, I mean, realistically, it's going to be a dog fight, but I think we're going to win by 10. All right, my score prediction, we're going to win by 10. That's not a lot of points, you know? That's normal for an NFL team. It ain't like I'm going crazy saying we're going to win 40-0 or nothing. Like, I mean, they're going to score a little bit, but I think we are, you know, we're going to be an offensive powerhouse this year, man. Like, for real, we're going to be an offensive powerhouse. I'm telling you, we're going to be up there.
So with my prediction, man, it's tough because it's such a wide variety of how this game could end up. Like, I honestly don't know because you look back at any week one of any season.
Yeah.
That does not determine who makes the playoffs, who wins the Super Bowl, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. So I don't necessarily know how this game is going to end up. I can literally sit here and be confident and say we're going to blow the Eagles out.
Right.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But I can also sit here and say the Eagles went out there and they put it on us. They blew us out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, SK, real quick, man. What makes me more comfortable, even besides like JJ and KOC and all that, you know, what makes me more comfortable rooting for the purple, bro. And I'm gonna root for them regardless because I'm a diehard. Absolutely. But what makes me more comfortable is knowing that Danielle Hunter is back on the field, man. Number 99 is gonna have a big game on Monday night, bro. None of that bull, ain't gonna be none of that green crap running around the field. We on it. We on it. We on it. We on his heels. And you got Zadarius Smith, bro. Like, what a diamond pickup. I said this in my man. Energy. What a pickup, bro.
Energy.
You know what's crazy? Kwesi gets it. Kwesi gets it. He gets it. Like, we got a defense that is gonna surprise. Like, because we're so used to having that bad defense to, like, as Vikings fans, we're like, oh, the same thing's gonna happen. They're gonna be doing it, bro. Listen, no. We have people that understand it now. That's all I'm saying, bro. I keep repeating it. That's just the vibes I'm getting. I just feel like we have a front office now that understands, and and Kwesi really did a good job this offseason, you know, putting the pieces together to make this defense a little better than last year. And I'm gonna keep riding on my boy Cam Dantzler. He's CB1, man. Watch him. He didn't get opportunities on Sunday, so he didn't have a chance to mess up because obviously they weren't able to get the ball. I mean, Aaron Rodgers just wasn't able to get the ball off, but he'll get opportunities on Monday to show if he stepped his game up. And we going to see that. Watch. My boy getting a pick. My boy's getting a pick on Monday. That's a fact.
You calling he's getting a pick?
Man, book it, man. You saw I booked Shannon Sullivan for last Sunday. I called it a week prior. Man, come on, Shannon. You got to give me that. You got to give me that. I mean, come on. In the chest?
Oh man,
come on,
and that was a beautiful read by him too.
Beautiful.
He jumped that thing. He's about to take it back to the crib on that.
Beautiful, man. But no, but you know, we will. One of our cornerbacks will get an interception on Monday night. It's time to start the turnover train, and Cameron Dantzler gonna be that boy. Watch.
Well, yeah, he's going up against either Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. So you're going up against legitimate receivers. You're not going up against Royce Dobbs or Romeo
Nah.
Dobbs
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Christian Watson. You're going
For
up
sure.
against legitimate NFL wide receivers. So
Yep.
he's going to be tested. He's going to get
He'll
the
be
ball
tested.
thrown his
Yeah.
way.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. So
Mm-hmm.
my prediction, man, I say we're going to win in a close one. I'm going to keep it close, man. I'm going to say we come out on top 30-27 on a last-second Greg Joseph field goal.
Let's get it, Greg the leg. Let's get it. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that.
And my bold prediction.
Yeah.
My bold prediction.
You got to make a player prediction, bro. Come on, man.
I'm gonna make a player prediction.
Let's get it.
Dalvin rushes for 2+ touchdowns. 2 or more.
Let's go.
It's gonna be a big time running game.
Let's go.
Regardless of Jordan Davis being as big as he is, Fletcher Cox, the struggles of Bradbury, I think we're going to hit the edges on this team because if there's anything that defense lacks is the edges. They don't necessarily have those guys on the edge that's going to get after it that are great run stoppers.
Right.
I think our run offense gets after it and KOC puts together a game plan to where, like I said at the beginning of this show, we control the clock. We take nice long drives,
right?
Keep the ball out of the Eagles' hands and force them to be in not necessarily panic mode, but put the pressure on them. Let's put the pressure on their ass. Put the pressure on Jalen Hurts. Make him feel it. I know you're on the road and you have all those Philly fans, as loud as they are and as disrespectful as they are. Put the pressure on Jalen Hurts and make him beat you through the air.
Exactly.
And if you're able to do that and slow down their run, spells a W in my book.
Dubs. Man, shout out SKOL Mafia, man. SKOL Mafia been riding with me through all the collabs I've been doing, man. My boy been riding with me, man. Shout out SKOL Mafia, and he been screaming that, man. We got 4 sacks without even calling a blitz. We got 4 sacks without even calling a blitz. Come on, man.
Yes,
we ain't
sir.
even we just getting started, man. And I agree with him on this.
A-gap, baby.
Hey, listen, these are my 2 predictions, and I agree with SKOL Mafia on this. Jalen Reagor will have he will catch a touchdown. I called that at the beginning of the show. So we will come back and we will fact check this. Like I say in every video, he will have a touchdown. And then Cameron Dantzler will have a pick. We gonna call it. All right. Every game I want to try to predict a defensive player and an offensive player, and those are my 2 right there for Monday.
Okay, so I didn't give my defense a prediction. So my defense prediction, and may or may not be bold.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Jordan Hicks leads the team in tackles again.
Okay.
I think he puts up another 14-15 tackle game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of those guys that gets an interception. Hey, let's not forget, this is his former team too.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
He won a Super Bowl
revenge.
Our stadium.
Hey, we out there. Everybody looking for revenge, man. Every game. Hey, Kwesi knew what he was doing, man. He looked at our schedule. He said, I'm going to get a motherfucker from each team. I'm going to get a motherfucker that play for each team there that we playing this year. We out looking for revenge, man.
Yes, sir. So you know how we do it, guys. We're going to wrap it up there. But
appreciate
again,
y'all tapping in.
Appreciate your support, fellas, ladies, everybody that tapped into the SKOL Report here. Again,
Definitely.
We're doing this thing on the regular. It ain't just me in front of the camera on Saturdays doing SKOL Report. It's SK and Rap. We're doing this thing officially. We're going to hit the ground running every Saturday night throughout the season. And again, on the Purple Code, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we have live content every single day of the week. Something that not any other Vikings media network can say.
None of them.
Got you. So hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Go ahead and follow the Facebook page. Follow our Twitter at the Purple Code 1. We greatly appreciate your guys' support. Enjoy the Sunday games tomorrow. We can sit back, kick our feet up, do your fantasy football, make a couple bets if you need to.
Exactly.
But just know when you wake up on Monday, it's business time.
Game time.
Game time. So tap in with us, guys. Again, we appreciate the support. Shout out to our sponsors, Rinaldi's Pizza and Pasta, Nautica Bowls out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you guys again. It's your boy SK. And
it's your boy R.A.P., man.
Anything else you want to leave the people with before we get up out of here?
Man, I'm gonna leave it like this. If you ain't subscribed, if you ain't liking, if you ain't commenting, man, you ain't Purple Gang, man. Listen, make it happen. You hear me? Because we
Yes,
taking
sir.
over. I told y'all when we started this, man. Shout out to Purple Code, man. The net is ours. You feel me? Purple is back. That's a fact. You hear me? Like, we taking over. It's our time now. Like, everybody gonna know that the Vikings fans, the Vikings content creators, we here now. You know, we
Yes,
here. We
sir.
showed up. Let's get it.
Tell them.
Yeah.
We turn it up over here,
Straight
y'all.
like that. We
Appreciate
want
you
all the
tapping in
smoke.
again. All the smoke. We here for it. So appreciate you guys tapping in again. Enjoy your Saturday night. Enjoy the Sunday morning games. It's your boy SK and Rat. Peace.